Yo, 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 what up, though? What up, though? What's good? Happy Friday. It's already May 19th. What up, though? What's good? What's good? Happy Friday, guys. We're going to get into it today. All right. For all you new cord cutters, make sure you get your ink pen, take down some notes. Some of you veterans, y'all know about it. And maybe you might learn something new as well. So salute to everybody. We give it about another minute. Let everybody get in. I had another show that I was going to do, but I switched it out at the last minute. All right. Because I want everybody to kind of get on the same page. Because sometimes as creators, we be all over the place. So with that being said, I kind of want to bring us all together. That way we got a better understanding, really, for my people who are new versus my veterans, because us old heads can learn something new sometimes. Now, let me say this. Let me turn the music down. All right. This is my personal opinion. I'm not one of them people that just read off things and then go by it. I have used a lot, probably so many devices is crazy, probably way more than y'all who are watching me have used. So I got a pretty good grasp of what I am talking about. Now, there are other ways that we can do this, or maybe you do how you perform yours. But again, I'm just giving you a take or a subject or a topic, or just making you think outside of the box. Now, somebody's going to come in and say, hey, you could do it another way. Absolutely, there are 100 ways you could do certain things. But again, this is to educate my people who are new, upcoming, or maybe you've been in it a while, right? You've been in it a while and you just didn't know. All right. So I'm not one of them people that think I'm just, super, perfect when it comes to these streaming devices or streaming topics. But what I will tell you is when you have experience with a device, you can give your take. If you don't have a device, it's really hard for you to even, voice an opinion because you don't have that experience. Now, if you have an experience that said, yeah, I did have it and I sent it back because I didn't like it, salute. But for anyone that may not had a device or maybe have not experienced, remember, experience what we're talking, then I just think it's not right for you to voice that opinion on something. You can voice an opinion, but I just don't think you should be heard on that topic, that matter at the time. So again, I've been doing this a long time. That's why when I did the show, I named it, are you a true cord cutter? It's more than just streaming devices. All right. There is more than having an Apple TV, a Zadu, NVIDIA Shield, Fire Sticks, formulas, Buzz TV. There are there are different levels to this. And having a good streaming device is just part of the experience. All right. Part of it. So today, again, I'm going to go into some detail because I am a 100% cord cutter, meaning the only thing that belongs in the cable that belongs to the cable company is the service, because you got to have internet and and that line that goes from the pole to the house to the ground block. That is the only thing that belongs to the cable company. Everything else is me. All right. Is me. All right. So we're going to talk about it. So make sure I'm giving you a couple more minutes to get your ink pen and things like that, because these are topics we need to have. When you become a cord cutter, remember, when you're coming from the cable side, you're used to uh, uh, certain items such as DVR. You used to having you know a, um, a TV guide, which we call EPG. E for elephant, P for program, G for guide. All right, but we call it electronic, right? Electronic program guide. And so in the cable world, when you got that cable box, what do you call it, man? What's on the TV guide? Well, when you on the cord cutting side, it's EPG. They both use the same thing, but just they mean the same thing. But usually when you got cable in the cable box, you be like, pull up the guide. You know, on the cord cutting, it's more of an EPG because they have many guides. All right. Some guides are better than others, and we're gonna talk about that. So I inside my home, I use nothing that belongs to the cable company. All right. Nothing. All I pay for is the service. All right. So with that being said, when you honestly, I believe you need your streaming device first. All right. You need to get a device. I don't care what device it is. It really doesn't matter, because you can manipulate, you can do a lot of things with a lot of devices. Um, there are so many things that you could do. Now, you might have to do some modifications to get what you want, but I don't care if you have an 8 GB internal storage device. After all of your apps is installed, you might only have 2 gigs, or maybe some of y'all may only have under 2 gigs remaining of internal space. You can actually add to it. All right. You can take that 2 gigs and add 64 to it, or 128 gigs. Shoot, you can add a terabyte to it and actually turn that into your DVR. All right. So we're going to talk about that and then go from there. Salute to everybody. Before I get started, let me show some love. Got a couple remotes in my pocket. Man, let me give a salute. Sean Tate. Sean hit me up earlier in the week. He donated on PayPal. And also one of our queens, she know who she is, Miss Teresa. What's up? Thank you for donating to the PayPal. Also, if anybody want to donate, all right, anybody want to donate, you can send it to the PayPal. You can do a super chat. I just ask, write down your questions. Let me get through the presentation, and then we can have a normal conversation. I might even invite some of y'all up if y'all want to click on the link But let me just check something to make sure nothing came through. All right, make sure nothing came through. All right, so absolutely nothing came through. All right, cool. All right, so we'll keep that there and we will revisit. Now, one of the most important things you have to have is a device. It doesn't matter if it's Apple TV 4K. Some of y'all like Sadu. Some of y'all like NVIDIA Shield. I think that's the first thing you have to find and see what you want. Now you got Fire Sticks. You have all type of streaming devices to get you going. All right, but the goal is to be 100% cord cutting, meaning you have nothing inside of your home that belongs to the cable company. Because remember, if you have like a box, you're paying for it. If you're using Wi-Fi on the router that they gave to you, you're paying for it. If you have a HD box and it has DVR on it, yes, you're paying for it. Oh, I ain't forgot. If you have the telephone, some of y'all still have telephones. Listen, I think every home should still have telephone. All right, telephone. But if you got it through the cable company, you're paying for it. All right. Right now, Congress is trying to pass a law that make all of these cable companies put every single charge, because get rid of these hidden charges. All right, they be having stuff on there that says Snap. You don't know what the heck is Snap, but you know you paying $4.95. Snap could be an extra charge for you to use the remote control, stuff like that. So they get these little hidden fees that Congress is talking about, making them show what every hidden fee means. What is it? Like if you open up your cable bill, just look at all of those fees. You be like, man, what the heck is this? Like, but you pay it because you don't know. Remember, I work for them. I know. All right, I know. All right. Now listen. Again, hold your questions to the end. If I see some lights over here, I know a super chat came through. So, hey, ultimate, big salute. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the $5 donation. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So again, get your notes. We about to go in. The first thing you need is a streaming device. It really doesn't matter which one you have. Just make sure you get one that you're going to be liking, because you don't want to be going every 6 months, saying, man, I should have got this one. Man, I should have got this one. Always do your research on your devices. People like devices for what they can do. A lot of devices do different things. There is not one perfect device. All of them have pros and cons, but make sure you get the one that works good for you. What works for me and my household may be different from your household. All right, because as you know, they got this big old debate: Apple TV 4K versus NVIDIA Shield versus Zadu versus Amazon versus Roku. There's a big war, that's been going on for years on these devices, streaming devices. Some of y'all don't even need streaming devices because you only trying to do a couple things, watch Netflix, watch Hulu and stuff like that. You don't even need them devices. Your television, your smart television is your streaming device. All right? Let me repeat that. Some of y'all don't even need streaming devices. Your television is your streaming device. Some of y'all don't even need these standalone streaming devices because, yes, you can turn your tablet into your main streaming device. That way you can cast to your smart television, or even get a cable wire, whether it's micro Type C to HDMI, plug it in, and your television will recognize it, and your tablet will go into that mode where that can become your streaming device. You just need to know exactly what you want. Everybody is totally different. You're going to have people that love Kodi. They love Kodi that they won't even start their own media library. They love these third-party applications. They be like, forget that. As long as I can stream it, I don't need all of that. And they're not wrong. If that's what they want to do, how can I tell you you're wrong? Right? Some people out there got the NVIDIA Shield. For what? Just to watch Netflix on a 1080p television, or on a television that won't even give its fullest capable fullest capability of even streaming Dolby or any other 4K, all of that stuff on their TV. But at the end of the day, guess what? If they like it, that's what's up. That's all that matters, if they like it or not. A lot of times, a lot of us creators, I'm talking about the creators, we try to force something on you. Listen, for about a year, I've been telling you what I like. I can only show you, and then if you like it, then you can run with it. But at least I'm not going to force you, and I'm definitely not going to lie to you just to make myself feel big and, like I'm the smartest man in the room. I'm never going to do that. All right. I say what I got to say. I show you, I present it to you, and then we go from there. Now, after your streaming device, the most important thing that you need to work on is your home network. You need to work on your internet. All right. Some of y'all got small homes. Some of y'all got these 3, 4, 5,000 square foot homes, probably even larger than that. You need to work on your home network. Now, every home is different. Every home is different. Not everybody is going to have the same devices or anything like that. You need a modem and a router. Now, some people want to say, well, Dale, with my internet service, they won't allow me to get a modem. Well, see if they allow you to get a router. You want to get away from the cables company. Listen, all of that money that you're paying to them, within 8 to 12 months, you paid for your modem and router. You paid for your modem and router. Because a lot of times when you're on the router, they're charging you for the Wi-Fi. And they're charging you big time, and they charging you for the rental fees. All of that stuff adds up. They may give you a year. Hey, you get this, for a year. You might have an awesome deal. You may have an awesome deal. But at the end of the day, guys, get your own modem, get your own router. Own modem, own router. Don't do the combination and nothing like that. You want your own modem and your own router. So it'll be something like this. Very, very similar. All right. You will get something like this. This is the modem and this is a router. But with your router, you want to make sure you have what? The MIMO technology. MIMO. Multiple inputs, multiple output. Basically, what MIMO means, I can talk to more than one device at one time. I can push out the information to all of these devices at the same time, and I can intake the information at once. Okay? Get a router with the MIMO technology. All right? That is one way. I'm telling you, it will work a lot better. Also, do your research because some of y'all got these large homes. Some of y'all have some large homes, and you thinking this router that you done had or you about to purchase is going to do your whole big house. No, you may have to go and do some mesh. I don't know what you may have to do, but make sure you read, see how much square footage it's going to cover. Some of y'all got these colonial homes that are large, and I understand it. Believe me, I do. But make sure you do your homework. My home is totally different than yours. Do your homework, see how much square footage it carries. I remember when a guy gonna tell me that I could not. He said when I got that Nighthawk X10, he told me it's no way you going outside to your garage and to the sidewalk and you still have internet. You still connected to it. And I'm like, why do I even have to lie? Like, dude, I don't have to lie and I don't have to prove anything to you because your router is not strong. That doesn't mean mine's is not. And so, again, do your research. Make sure you get a modem and a router. Let the modem do its job. Let the router does its job. All right. One more thing I want to mention too. Let me get this love right here. Top Cat, salute. Thank you for the love, baby. Thank you for the love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do want to show y'all something that I see a lot of people may not know. Some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. All right. I hardwire, let me do this. I hardwire all of my streaming devices. All right. I hardwire everything. All right. All my stream, only thing that is Wi-Fi is like the tablet, the iPad, my Android tablet, those things. But my streaming devices are hardwired. Me, it's my personal preference. I don't care. Listen, I have amazing internet speed, right? Depending on what device is on, I have really, really good speed. I only pay for 500 megabytes. Do I need 500 megabytes? Absolutely not. All right. 500 megabytes on a download, and I think I pay for like 50 megabytes per second on the upload. That's more than enough. Some of y'all, y'all got like 1 gig up, 1 gig down. Hey, salute to y'all. Salute, salute, salute. If you're just doing it for streaming devices, it's an overkill. All right. But if it's part of your plan, a big salute to you. All right. Because really the download is for us, for the gamers, right? So they can download these big old files and they don't have to wait 24 hours or 48 hours. They get it in 10, 15, 20 minutes, depending on the internet speed. But the thing I wanted to show you, some of y'all may not know. Some of you may not know, and we have to talk about it. This is what I use in my home. These are called network switches. You can connect this coming right out of that router. All right, where's that router picture? Right here. You can have this bad boy because you got your modem and you got your router. You can have a wire come right out of here and go directly into the network switch. Some of them got what? 5 inputs. Some of them have 8. Shoot, look at this big bad boy. This is what you see at like corporations and stuff like that. But also, I done saw these in homes as well. This is probably like a 60 something or whatever it is, 34, 36 inputs, But I have saw them, but a lot of times, you might see this one inside of a home that give you 8. All right, they give you about 8 of them. Let me see if I can get a better picture. All right, so you might see something like this that might give you 8, a 8-port switch. All right. And again, what you do, you come directly out of the router. You take a Ethernet cord and go outside your router, and then you go from here. Now, here's the big question. Dale, I have, I have this switch down there by my router, but then I got a PS5, I got a Xbox, I got the Apple TV 4K, I may even have an NVIDIA Shield, and a sound bar, something else that's connected to your network. Okay, then that's when you can actually still have this and run a wire from this 8 port right on up to this one right here, a gigabyte desktop switch. And look, even if you don't have a gig, you can still use this. All right, and just run this bad boy up there, and you can put this behind your television and connect the PS5, a sound bar, the Xbox One or whatever you have, and whatever else streaming device you have up there. You can connect all of these up to that television. Me, I am listen, it's just certain devices I am not going to put on Wi-Fi. And the reason why, because I don't like it. I want the best signal possible. Now, if you're using Wi-Fi 6, Wi-Fi 6E, you running Cat, 7, wherever else they have out there, salute to you. Salute to you. But I only have Cat 5, right? I have Cat 5. I have a network switch right here. I got another network switch that's over there because I have so many streaming devices across these tables that I use. All right. And I'm going to tell you something else you might want to add to your collection shortly. All right. So again, I will get to your question. Just write your question down and I will get to it. All right. Just wait to the end of the presentation. All right. So again, the heartbeat, the mind, all of that goes with your network. You must have a tight network. And last but not least, when we're talking about network, know your upload speed, know your download speed. Know your speed, know your numbers of your network. Man, oh man, there are so many people, guys, that don't even know their numbers. So many people. You be like, man, what's your download speed, upload speed? Oh, shoot, they say I got the fastest. What you mean? They say their fastest might be 10 megabytes per second, but you got 30 devices. You got 30 devices on your network. And y'all all use them at the same time. I don't know. It's going to be some lag somewhere. Somebody going to miss out. So know your internet speed. If that means you got to call call up to your internet provider and say, hey, listen, I know I'm paying like $70, $80 a month. Some of y'all paying $115. I understand for unlimited data. All right, for unlimited data. But call in. All right. Hey, how much? What I'm paying $70. What is my upload speed? What is my download? And always remember it. And then run a speed test to make sure you actually are getting close to that number that you're paying. Make sure it's accurate. All right. I'm telling you, I done dealt with so many people who think they're got the best, and guess what? AT&T is only giving them like 8 megabytes per second, and then 1 megabyte per second on the upload. And then they wonder why they can't really stream, or they getting a lot of buffering and things like that. All right. Know your internet speed. Know it, know it, know it, know it, know it. So if I ask you, you hit me up, you say, hey, Dale, man, I'm getting a lot of, buffering. What causes it? One of the first questions I'm going to ask you is, what's your internet speed? Have you ran a speed test? All right. One thing about when you get your own network, your own modem, your own router, you don't have to unplug it every other day. When you got your own equipment, you don't have to do all that. Now it's good to do it like once every 2-3 months. Just power it down one time. But I'm quite sure some of y'all who got the internet provider, y'all know what I'm talking about. Where every week you got to go down there and plug, because those are budget devices, and you don't know how many homes those come out of, and the wear and tear on them. All right, the wear and tear. And this is it. This is it for the network. Make sure you get the warranty. So if you get it from Best Buy, listen, if you go to Best Buy and you buy a lot of electronics, get the Total Tech. Go ahead and spend that little extra $140. It makes a difference. So any of your electronics go down, like your computer that you might have bought from Walmart, you can pick that bad boy up. Your PC, your laptop that you bought from Micro Center, you can immediately pick it up and take it up to Best Buy. Now, they may hold on to it for about 2-3 days, but at the end of the day, you don't have to pay for it. Now, of course, they're going to try to find the reason why, because, all right, man, it is what it is. They're going to try to make a sale. All right, they're going to tell you, this is doing it. You need this. You can either say, look, man, I don't need that. Just go ahead and clean it out. Or you could be like, all right, go ahead, wipe it, get my data off of there, put it back on to the new one, and then go from there. All right. So, but make sure you know your numbers, get your own piece of equipment, and then go from there. All right. Salute. Again, guys, I'm not looking at the chat. I do see it right now, but I'm not looking at it, so hold your questions. Just hold it to the end. All right. Please, please, please. So we talked about streaming devices. We talked about modems and routers, right? Let's talk about telephones. A lot of our parents, a lot of our grandparents still have telephones. All right. A lot of y'all are still paying for a telephone. I'm telling you, you don't have to go through that. There is another way that you can have phone service that you don't have to go. It's a couple ways, a couple things you can do. All right. I'm going to show you what I have. There's a device that we got, and some of y'all actually have this as well. We still have a telephone service here. All right. We have it just in case. There's nothing like a backup plan. I always tell you, always have a backup. But I'm about to show you a device right here. This is the OB300. This is a VoIP. And just in case y'all didn't know, when you have a Gmail, you have free phone service. Let me say that again. If you have a Google email, you have free phone service. That free phone service is called what? Google Voice. Now, for business, for people with business, you don't have to go. Listen, as long as you got good internet, right? You don't have to go with Comcast Voice and they charging you Comcast Business or any of Spectrum Business or even AT&T just so you can get your phone service. You can get a device like this, which is still around on eBay. Now, the new name that they have, which is right here, Polycom. Obi changed their name to Polycon, and you see on the front of this right here, it says Google Voice, meaning that you can take an Ethernet cord out of here and plug it right on in. When you buy this device right here, that is it. That is it. You can have your own business line right here in front of you. This is what I use. Even though this is it, and this is the back of it. This is the device I have right here. This is the OB300 that changed their name, and it looks like this. You can get this on Amazon. And all you have to do, they give you the instructions. You go over to Google, you sign up, get your free phone number, and then you just follow their little directions. Now, some of it, depending on, look, there are a few services, all right? Of course, you can go with Magic Jack. You can go with all of that. I have no, I don't have no ill will against that. Magic Jack, I think you got to pay one time. You get it, you buy it, you get a year for free, but then you pay like $20 or $30 a year. Very, very cheap. Very, very cheap. They got another one that's out. It's like 3 different companies. But if you just want something that you need for your home as a backup, maybe you got one of your children there, something like that. You just need something to back up. All right. You never know when in an emergency where you might need phone service. All right. And I'm going to prove it to you right here because I still have ours, even though we barely use it. Hold up. All right. I didn't mean to drop it, but let me take this down. All right. Here's as you see, cordless phone. All right. I'm going to cut it on. You hear that? This is a phone. I'm about to call. All right. And how am I have mine. Let me just make sure. All right. I ain't going to show my number, but I will let you. I don't know if it'll come in, but I have it as my Google number. All right. That's just how it is. That's how it is. So again, this is a backup because there might be an emergency where I may not be able to get to this. Maybe somebody, I'm telling you, always have a backup plan. And when you go on, you can listen. We use Google Voice. It's free. We pay for this. Now, they don't went up on this device. This device used to be like $30, $40. But now I think it's like $60, $70. Again, have a backup because you just never know. You never know. Now, in some instances, I don't know if they do it because we done had this for like 6, 7 years now. I think in some states, you can keep your number, but you may have to pay for it to keep your number, or you can just get you a whole new number. All right. A lot of y'all can get you just a whole new number. Now, I know the grandparents, they done had their number for, 50 years. So they might not go for it. But I know back in the day, you used to be able to transfer the number over, to this. I don't know if they can do it. I don't know. We will have to do some research. I don't know. But again, have a backup. Buy a device like this, and that way, just in case, guys, just in case, you might not be able to get to this. You may not be able to get to this. And you can go and actually, I'm telling you, always have a backup plan. All right? Always have a backup plan. Because I would hate for you to just be dependent on this to call for help. All right? So please do that. Again, we talked about that years ago. Or again, this could be a part of your business. You don't have to go out there, unless you're a plumber. Listen, unless you and the thing about it, even if you're a plumber, this could be your business. That way you can set it up when somebody call this number, it can come to your cell phone. You feel me? And they can leave voicemails. They can leave all type of things. It's pretty nice. I'm not forcing you to get it. I'm just telling you to have a backup, because you never know when them towers. Look, my brother down in Alabama, they had that tornado come through. He couldn't even use his smartphone. My bro, he'd call and it'd be all choppy. It'd be like, yeah, yeah. You couldn't even understand what he was saying. But he said his internet was perfect at home. But guess what? If he had one of these, he could talk. His internet wasn't down. It was the tower for this. For this. So I'm not telling you to go and buy this. I'm just giving you another source. All right. I've been using it. We've been using this for a while. Again, here's the device. Again, you can buy this and never have to pay for phone service again. Home phone service again. Again, this was the one that I had right here. This is the Obi right here. This is the exact one I have. I can go over here right now, unplug it, and bring it over here. All right. Again, this is it, but this is the new name. And when your network is up, you will see these lights blinking and everything. We have a phone upstairs and we have a phone down here, because you never know. You never know. You just never know. All right. So let's move on. All right. And again, there's all type of ways, anything. I'm just saying, if you can't get to your phone, there's always another way that you can reach your loved ones. All right. So again, there are many ways. I'm not trying to go get whatever you use. Just have a backup. Just have a backup. That way, a physical backup. That way, you don't get stuck on one source. All right. So, what we get right here? Let's see. So we talked about streaming devices. All right, because again, personal preference. Modem and routers, very important. Always try to listen. If you can get your own equipment, you'll thank me later. All right. We talked about home phones, stuff like that. All right. So you know about that. All right. Now let's get into some good stuff. Dale, I want a cord cut. And I get this a lot. Man, how can I record my stuff? How can I record? How can I record? Now, a lot of times you can use a device such as Zedu. I recorded on the Zedu. Everything works. Everything, is good. Everything is good. You can record with the Zedu. All right. Now, what you're probably going to want to do, if you want to use the Zedu, but you want to record BET on another device onto the Zedu. Let me show you something. You can use something like this. Hold up. Let me do this first. I ain't mean to. Oh, my bad. I ain't mean to do that. I ain't mean to do that. All right. Let me do this. And again, there are multiple ways of getting the job done, but here's one right here. If you want to record, all right, if you want to record, you can get a device like this. Let's go down here. This is called an HDMI splitter. All right. Plenty of them. You know, it does what it does. Very, very nice. But you have a host of HDMI splitters, but there are only so many of them that will bypass that hard drive bandwidth copyright. Meaning you can connect other streaming devices and record anything coming out that other streaming device that's connected to your Zadoo or connected to your computer, or you can record from it. All right. It's very, 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 very nice to get these. Very, very, very nice. The one I have is called the U9. That's just one of them. Usually I got like 3 different ones. Very, very nice. Get you a couple of them just in case one act up. And if it act up, order another one. Put the Dell law in full effect. But U9 has treated me well. All right. Still work. Still remember just a couple months ago. Hold up, guy. I got to sneeze. Man, ain't nothing like a good sneeze, but these are great, great devices when you want to connect like the Fire Stick. Maybe you want to connect the Apple TV to your Zadoo just to record something from Amazon, Netflix, Hulu, BT, Paramount, Peacock, whatever else is out there, Disney, whatever else is out there, you can use this device right here on your screen to bypass. All right? Bypass. That is the main thing right there. Bypass. Okay? And you will get the job done. All right? But now you might say, man, I don't have a Zadoo. I don't have a Zadoo. Dale, Zadoos cost too much, or you know, listen, you're gonna have to spend. Everything is not free. Everything is not free. You always gonna have to pay for convenience. Not to say you can't get it. All right. Everything listen, your computer might not be able to accept this to record or anything. Maybe you don't have the program to record. Listen, there are many ways you can record. All right, many ways. All right. But one thing about me, let me do this right quick. One thing about me, when you're trying to record, remember, I record my local news, right? I record because I be wanting to see my stuff. I can't go to a site and download my local news. Not everybody's going to be able to see their local news, or not everybody's going to have access to record local news or see their local news at the time. I record a lot of my local news just so I can go back and see exactly what's going on in my community. All right. I do it. You may not. There isn't a website. I might not have the best signal. See, so again, you got to take your mind out of it. You not take your mind, but you can't just be, what they call them horses that be putting them blinders, just tunnel vision, straight forward. I'm speaking for everyone, because you could do something that doesn't mean this person can do it. All right. If you can do it, salute to you. Again, you must have came in the middle of this, because you definitely did not come in at the beginning. This goes to everybody. I'm not just using tunnel vision. I like to record my local news. All right. Some people want to say, well, you can look at it on the news. You can look at it on your phone. I may not want to look at it on my phone. I may not want to go to the website and look at it. I may just want to be able to pause, rewind, copy it, send it to somebody, do this. You never know what somebody needs or wants to do with that clip. And that's why I started off my program by saying there are many ways you can do things. All right, because we are all different. Now, I know somebody is going to be in that chat saying, you can do this, you can do this, do this. Salute to you. I'm going to continue to say salute to you, but that may work for you. You don't know what I'm doing with my footage. You don't know if I'm sending it to somebody who may not have internet. So before we get up in that chat and start saying what we can do, or you can do it this way, do it. Again, that may work for you. That may not work for me, because you don't know exactly what I'm doing. All right? Exactly what I am doing. All right? Again, there are many, many ways, and I said this earlier. There are many, many ways you can do this. Many ways you can do this. But again, I'm giving it a broader experience. All right? What you might download, what you may watch, I may not like to download that. I may not like to watch that. I may not even use that. So what I do with this is my experience, but I'm putting the information out there just in case you want to do this. So let's just take this, and I'm gonna move on. Everything is not on the internet for you to download. Waiting on somebody else might take too long. Let's just say this. My sons, both of them play football. You think that footage is up in a matter as soon as the game is over? No, somebody got to go back to the building or back to their home. You got to wait for them to upload the content to go to the website to take it. Right? You might have to do that. Or you could do it your way. Right? You can record it yourself, and then you can pull that, and then you can dissect it however you want. It's many ways that we do certain things. Again, I'm not in competition with nobody. However you do yours, if it worked for you, again, because I know somebody's going to say something. Because they're going to say, hey, I can do it this way. What? But if I want to watch my news, you stay in California, I stay in Detroit. Are you going to have my news on your website where I can go over there and download it or watch it? No, absolutely not. That's why I say we do things differently. You got to broaden your experience. You have to broaden your experience. And that's why I'm telling you, everybody's household is different. I record my news. I can go on the website and record my news. But let's just say my internet is messing with me. My stuff is downloaded. If your internet doesn't work, how you gonna go on Fox 2 Detroit and watch it? Or let's say if they having a server issue, how I'm gonna watch it? I got the content right here on my device. That's the difference I'm trying to see. You see how we dissecting this? Because I know it's somebody in that chat. I'm not looking at this chat, but I know there's somebody in the chat that's saying, you can do it this way. Okay, salute to you. You can do it that way. But I do things, I do it my way on how it works for me. Because you don't know if I got a cousin that's from Detroit that's over there fighting the war. that say, hey man, hey look, can you send me the news? And they're on my Plex, right? They're on my Plex. And I can make a category strictly for my Plex and give my family member access to my Plex just so they can watch the local news to see what the heck is going on in Detroit. All right, so we all have different preferences. I've been doing this too long because I know that chat. I know at least one. I know it. I haven't been looking at it, but I know at least one of them is saying something, right? Oh, you can do it this way. You can do it that way. Yes, you can do it many ways. I said that at the beginning, but our personal preference is different. But again, I'm going to show you a couple of devices, all right? This is one, and again, you pay for convenience. Let me say that again. You pay for convenience. We can all do a free Plex, or we can get a device that does things for us where we don't have to do it ourselves. All right. But here's a device right here that's been in my, I think this device has been with me for about 2 to 3 years. All right. I love this device, the Unishine. I have it right here. This bad boy right here. All right. Let me do this because I do this. This bad boy right here. Now, some of y'all gonna say, man, you do this, you only doing this to record certain things. Yeah, I do. But if I need to take this outside, if I want to take some pictures, maybe I want to create a movie, I have a device that does it. Maybe I want to hook this up to my Zadu, right? I might want to hook this up to my Zadu and record. Remember, this one already comes with the bypass, the HDCP bypass. But a lot of y'all, again, I'm not telling you to go out there and buy this. This may not be in your budget. All right? Let me show this one more time. This may not be in your budget. All right, where we at? Hold up. But this bad boy is nice. Again, guys, we do things. We are all different. All right? We're all different. All right? This is very, 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 very nice. Let me scroll down. This bad boy is very, 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 very nice. All right? Very, very, very nice. You can connect, almost dropped it. You can connect any HDMI source to this bad boy. It will record it. You got the BET. You got Paramount. You got Disney. Who else is out there? HBO Max. You got it. Or maybe you just someone that loves to take photography or videography. This is a very, very nice device. This is basically an all-in-one. Say you want to put a timer on here. You want to hook this up to your Fire Stick and tell it to record at 12 p.m. You can do it. It will start recording. That's all you need is an external device to record, a flash drive, an external hard drive, whether it's 64, whether it's 32, whether it's 128, whether it's 2 terabytes. You can use this device. Again, I use it from time to time when I'm doing things. I can go to a family member. I can go to a wedding with this and hook my phone up to this and set it up where put this right into a pouch and record everything in real time. All right. So again, there are multiple devices you can use to actually do your recording. I like that because it already come with the bypass. And again, it just worked. And again, you can multitask with that bad boy. You can hook it up to your computer. You can hook it up to your tablet. You can hook it up to your streaming device. You can hook it up to your cell phone. You can hook it up to any HDMI source. You can even set this bad boy up where, because it's a monitor. It is a built-in monitor. That way you can set this bad boy up and monitor your home. All right. You can monitor your home. So there are all type of ways. Again, I'm not going to sit back and tell you what you can't do with it. A lot of people got this. I don't forget somebody in the chat from the back in the day, they do a lot of photography. And I don't forget who it was. They say, Dale, not only did I have this hooked up to my NVIDIA Shield, but this actually helped me when I take pictures at weddings. They was a photographer. I can't remember who it was. And they got the little stand that hold it right there. And they take the pictures. And when they take the pictures, that's all they do. They look at it in real time instead of looking on the back of their camera on that little 5-inch or whatever screen. They're looking at it on a 7-inch. Right? And if they want to do video in real time, they can do it in real time, and it will just come out of the camera and record. So it's plenty of things you could do on that bad boy. All right. All you have to do is make sure you get some extra accessories, right? Get some extra accessories such as batteries. Some of y'all got them power bank. It's all type of ways you do it. You'll do your research on that because I know we're a streaming channel, but you do your research on that and then you will go from there. But you can just make sure you get your extra accessories, really, if it's coming outside of your home. But there's been people that have been successful with using power banks and stuff like that. You can do it, but make sure you have some extra things. Not only that, here's one that I have as well. Maybe it's outside the budget. This is another one that I have. Yes, I have this device. Now, this is more of stay at home right here. All right. Not only do I have the light, I keep moving my mouse. All right. I got the light version of the Cloner Alliance. And I got the Ultra HD as well. These are all devices that will record whatever you have on your television. So again, it's really personal preference. It's up to you. And then I got the old school one as well. I got the old school one. I ain't probably gonna ever use this one again. and then just go from there. It's pretty solid. All right. You can do some things with it. Some of y'all may want to go with it. Or this is the last thing I would say on the DVR. Let me do this. Let me see. Let me see. All right. I think that one. Let me just do something right quick. I'm about to show y'all something. I'm about to throw a gem at y'all. So make sure. All right. Make sure. Hold up. And I think one more. Oh, no. I can't do that one. Somebody's selling the service. All right. If you don't want one of them, all right, this is all you have to do. Now, this is probably the easiest way. Get you a premium IPTV application. A premium IPTV application. All right. Maybe you don't have the Zadu to do your recording. Maybe you don't have what else is out there? Formula Buzz TV that allows you to record. Get you a premium eyebrow Peterson, application, aka IPTV application. Now let me show you this. There's a couple of them. There are a couple of them that will allow you to record. Here is one. Of course, you got to get the premium. Allows you to record, right? Again, OTT Navigator IPTV. This one, get you a premium. You can do your stuff. You see that? Recordings. Right here, you see it. It says it right here. Recordings. All right? Or you can get this bad boy. I'm quite sure a lot of y'all know about this. You could do some recording. So that means you can record on your device. All right? There is another one. I haven't tested it. I have not tested it out. But they say it will allow you. I don't know. I think they're lying. I ain't going to even put it out there. Just do your homework on this. OTT, IM Player. This is the one that I use right here. I recommend any. Look, you want an IPTV box? Go with this application right there. And then you got, of course, TV Mate. All right. All of them have special features. That way, if you need some DVR, there you have it right there. But, just know what you're doing. Do your research. All right. Please do your research. That way I know, man, but this one, oh man, I love this one right here. This one right here. I love this one. Love it, 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 love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, love it. You can do it. Hook the whole family up. Turn it into a business if you want. All right. Wink, wink, turn it into a business. All right. So we talked about that. All right. We talked about it. One more thing I do want to talk about, because some of y'all do have a lot of devices. This right here, again, it's a different one, but you might want to have it because somebody's going to say, well, and again, you can do this. This is called a HDMI multi-viewer. All right, let me scroll down. All right, comes with a remote, 4K HDMI multi-viewer. And again, somebody's going to say, oh man, you can do that on applications. On the application. Well, what if I want to watch IPTV? Maybe I want to watch my son's football game. Maybe I want to watch Disney. Maybe I want to watch my other son play a video game. Maybe I want to watch YouTube. The thing is, this allows you to hook up many sources. Now, you don't have to go with this 9-to-1. You can go to a 4-to-1. 4-to-1s is like, the cheapest I saw was like 50 to 70, something like that. But one thing about it, they give you so many modes. Of course, you get the full screen mode. You get the main mode up here with all of them at the bottom, all the rest of the channels. Maybe you just want to see about 8 squares on your television. All right. Maybe you just want to see 2. Now, 2 don't look as good. These 2 right here are not good. But they give you different settings. Now, this mode 9, I use that a lot. But this one right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, I use that the most. I use that the most. But again, it makes it beautiful. It makes it a whole lot beautiful. Because somebody's going to come and say, oh, man, I can watch 4 things on my IPTV app. Yeah, you can. But what if I only want to watch one thing on IPTV? Maybe I want to watch, and again, personal preference. I can't say this enough. If that's what you want to do, again, big salute to you. Watch 4 things on your IPTV. I'm good. Yes, you can do it. But I may want to watch something else that's not associated with that one device that you have. Right? I might want to do some editing from a laptop while watching IPTV. Have you thought of that? There are so many things that you can do with this device. So many things, so many that you can do. And again, you know, this right here is all about the experience. But now, if you never use one of these and you don't know about the experience, me personally, I just believe you can't even say anything. How can you voice an opinion if you never tried something like this? My concept of getting a multi-viewer. I kind of introduced the community to this because some of y'all know there was a certain IPTV service out there that actually presented multi-viewer, but he wanted to charge like an extra 20 something dollars or whatever. And I said, a month? I said, man, for 2 months, I can get my own. And because I got so many devices, I can do my own thing and keep that money, basically paid for what I was going to pay him for 2 to 3 months. I can keep that money in my pocket and actually do it my way. Again, you're doing it your way, your way, instead of having to just commit to one source. A multi-viewer is something I think you should have, but I'm not telling you to get it. All right, that has to come between you. Look, if you only got one device, do not get this multi-viewer. If you only got an NVIDIA Shield and that's all you got, do not get this. This is for people who have multiple devices and now they can bring it together and use this all in one. All right. They can use this right here and then go from there. All right. These are the people who need one of these at their television to connect up other sources. All right. Again, here it is right here. Amazon TP Link 5-port gigabyte unmanaged Ethernet network switch. Very important. All right. You can get the unmanaged. I would probably go with an unmanaged. But that's pretty much what I really don't see the other ones as much. They really be pushing these unmanaged more than the other ones, the managed ones. All right. So again, all right, you can do it your way. Cause somebody gonna be, oh, watch, listen, I'm telling you, somebody's gonna say, oh man, I got IPT. They gonna leave it in the comment because they didn't watch this full live. All right. And that's what it is. All right. So again, this is a great tool to have. All right. This is a great one to have if you have multiple devices. All right. You may have, maybe you're sitting there, you got your kids, and you can watch the game, put yours on mute, and let them watch whatever cartoon. I don't know what the kids be watching now, but let them watch and put the voice activated, and they will sit there on your television, 55, 65 inch, and watch it. Watch it. At least you can still watch. You may not be able to hear, but for people who looking at sports and everything, or you can kind of put everything together. All right. You can put everything together. You can turn it on your closed caption, and that way the words and everything can come at the bottom, so you can still see exactly what your programming is saying, and let the children watch whatever they're. You can listen. There is a person that actually got this going because they watch their stocks. He said this was perfect for that. The New York Stock Exchange and all of that stuff. Man, it was crazy. I thought it was crazy, but I understand now. I'm like, man, you about to watch all that? No, that's all they do at Merrill Lynch and all the rest of them places. E-Trade, you go up in there, they be having that television, maybe a 27-inch, and they got a multi-viewer on it so they can keep eyes on all the stocks from different companies, different sources. All right? But I'm telling you, this is very, 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 very good. And again, you don't have to get it, but if you got a lot of devices like me and you want to use them, this is all I do at this television right here. I bullcrap you not. I can connect you to this bad boy right here, right now. And again, you will see what I use on a daily basis, because you might want to program multiple devices at the same time, which I do from time to time, because I got a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse that has multiple Bluetooth capabilities to connect to different sources, different streaming devices. So I can get one going, and then press the other Bluetooth, right? And y'all know about these devices. They have these in Logitech, Bluetooth keyboard, and then you got the Walmart. This is the Walmart one, right? I have this one connected to my PC and to my Apple TV 4K. All right. And I think the Bluetooth 3 is connected to my Zadu. But technically, you can connect these to 3 boxes, watch your sports, do it on the 4 screen, and you can be programming each box, going back and forth, programming them while watching the game. It's as simple as that. So I'm telling you, it's pretty, 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 pretty neat. I'm telling you. Just do your homework and see exactly what works for you. All right. Now, last but not least, all right, we're going to talk about this and think this is it, and then we'll get into your questions. If you listen, if you heard me earlier, please just wait to the end before you ask me the questions, and I will try to give you my full, honest, answer. If I don't know it, I tell you I don't know it. All right, I will tell you I don't know it. All right. Now, the last thing I will say when it comes to your content, there are a couple devices that I think you probably be interested in, right? Again, some of y'all heard like a couple months ago, me being out of my, being out of pocket, which I should have just let, whatever somebody else's opinion is, let them do it. It is what it is. When it comes to you getting your media content or recording your content, whatever you do, there are a few devices you can use. External hard drives, you can use them for 4K, you can use them for 1080p, you can use them for 720, you can use external drives to put your documents on there, you can use external drives to do a lot, all right? To do a lot. Let me say that again, to do a lot. If you're going to use an external drive, get 2 of them. That way you always be able to back up. All right. Really, when we talking about your media, not only do I have an external drive connected right now to my router, I have another drive. I have 2 drives right here because I'm always backing up. 4K, all of this. I can't say this enough. I don't know. Here go one right here, right? You see it, right? I'm always backing up. Let me show you my other one. Ha! Down here collecting dust, right? So that's 3 devices. So I'm bagging up behind the backup, behind the backup. Oh, I'm not done. I'm not done. Ha! A hard drive enclosure, right? I'm using it to bag up content. This hard drive enclosure has the RAID capability. All right. So instead of me bagging up to this device, that device, and this device, I can just do one time. Give me some drives to go up in here and just bag them up and put this in RAID 1 and it bags up, right? That's just another solution. But you can bag up as much as you can. Not only that, there are many ways that you can bag up. See, because I have to explain this because nobody is 100%. You can bag up many, many ways. I have a NAS. Well, I can just show you the box. I ain't about to move that. Nope, that's the hard. Oh, here you go right here. I have a NAS. That's in RAID 1 right now. Right? This is a NAS. It is right here. Right here. Running Plex and everything. I got a couple of few personal documents on it. And I'm trying, me and Real was just talking about some things. I say, Real, I know we can do it. We just got to do our research. Again, your way, my way is all about you. If it's only in the budget for you to get a couple of 4 terabyte external drives, you can do it. A hard drive that's all of these carry. Don't think because you got you a NAS or a hard drive enclosure that a drive cannot fail. Drives can fail. Any drive can fail. But the main thing is you want to have a backup. Really, if you start in your media library. Not only that, I use my Z1000 because this one is connected to the Zedu right here. My Z1000 has a 4 terabyte drive. So now I got backups everywhere. So if something go left, I can always connect a couple things, be right back up. But I started with external hard drives. Everybody is different. You really don't have to. And I'm going to keep saying this. This is why we are having this discussion. All right? You can start up with external drives. You can start up with a NAS. You can start up with the Amber X with a flash drive. All right? You can start up however you want to. All I'm going to say is make sure you bag up. That's the whole point to it. That way, if something go down, you can always just be like, man, I ain't not. It doesn't matter whether it's a drive or some cords, some USB cords. Just make sure you're bagging your stuff up. That's all I do. Remember a couple years ago, or was it last year? I can't remember. And I made a mistake on was it the Z10 Pro? And reformatted my drive. I think I just got through putting like 15 movies on there, but I had a backup. All I did was go over there to my router, but I did have to go back and get the 50 because I ain't send the 15 or however movies I didn't send all of that to my router as of yet. But all I did was go and unplug it, plug it back in, let it do its thing overnight. It sent everything, and I was back on it. So again, I just want to be clear. We can do things all differently. We do things differently. But at the end of the day, as long as we make it to that finish line, I can't tell you you're doing anything wrong. That's just me. There are more than one way to do things. Not everybody gonna go out there and get a NOS. And then some of the people who has a NOS, they only using it for media content. They're not even using it for its fullest capability. Some of them don't even know what Docker is. All right. So again, we all can do things differently. As long as you make it to the finish line and you're successful, I'm never going to tell you you're wrong. Now, could there be a better way? Absolutely. There's a better way. But if you okay with that way, like I'm okay with it, I'm okay with it. I get emails every single day. And when I answer, some people get two external hard drives connected to their router. And guess what? They feed one and feed the other one. That way they good. This one might be the main source. This one is the backup. And there's nothing wrong with that. So that's why I'm saying there it is. You can figure it out. You can do it your way and not have to. I'm just going to give you a whole bunch of options. I think that'd be my biggest thing. I give you a lot of options, right? A lot of options. And you can just sit back and see which way you want to go. All right. I showed you DVRs, standalones, but then I showed you some applications that does recording. It's just really up to you and what you want to do, what you like and what you want to do. So there it is. There it is. I think I went over everything, right? The main source. All right. But to be a true cord cutter, you shouldn't have. I know everybody can't be 100%. I know everybody because I know different internet companies, you must have their modem inside of your home. I do know that. I heard Verizon is one of them and some other companies out here. But if you can get your own router, get your own router. Make sure it has the MIMO technology, everything. But if you can get your own modem, get it. I'm telling you, way better experience than coming from the cable provider. DVRs, HDMI recorders, or applications. I gave you every last one of them that you can use. You can use devices, you can use standalone devices, and you can use applications. You can use certain applications that does recording, all right, and does it very, very well. Your thing is, if you're going to do a lot of recording, make sure you have the storage. Fire Stick users, on box users. Hey man, it ain't recording right. Well, what device you have? Man, I'm using that new on box. Uh, did you got a hard drive connected? No. Well, we know what's wrong with your device. It's not acting right. You ran out of storage. It's not going to act right. All right. We talked about that. How to get your own, what to put your own content on. You can use a NAS, hard drive enclosures, flash drives, external hard drive. Either one of them will go. Put your 4K on down to 720. Matter of fact, put your 4K on down to 480 or whatever else you got in between. All right. It will work. I've been doing this, been saving media. I proved it to y'all. Remember, I proved it like a couple months ago. I proved it that my drive been going for like 10 years. No hiccups. All right. And I got plenty of drives. And we talked about phone service, right? Free phones. If you get this one device, it's called Polycom right now. It used to be called OB300 and stuff like that. It is on Amazon. You can get one of them, and then go set up your Google Voice. Give you another option for home phone. All right. Again, there's other options out there. I'm just going by what I've been using and what I've been successful with. I've been successful with Magic Jack. I use Magic Jack, and I've been successful with OB300, aka Polycom. I've been successful. All right, it still works, and I've been this sucker with the same number for about I think I've been using it for about 5, 6 years, something like that. And again, ain't nothing like some new people ain't never even heard that sound because they've been brought up on cell phones. All right. And last but not least, we talked about what? Multi-viewers. Again, certain apps do give you multi-viewing capabilities, but at the end of the day, if you want another item or source connected, you can do it. PS1, PS5, Xboxes, HDMI, Ultra HD Blu-ray players. All of these devices connect to this device, HDMI multi-viewer. Do not get multi-viewers mixed up with switches. Switches only going to change like that from device. Multi-viewer is going to give you the option where you'll see all your connected devices on your television. The bigger the television, the better it looks. I wouldn't get a look. I ain't gonna say that. It does look bigger. When the bigger it is, it does look better. But you may use this for your security, as well. So you might have like a little smaller 19, a little monitor or something like that, maybe a 15-inch monitor, and you use the multi-viewer for that as well. You can do it. I'm not going to knock it because people use multi-viewer multi-viewer HDMI multi-viewers. They use it for streaming, surveillance, testing out. If for work, watching stocks. There's all type of ways people use multi viewers. So, and go from there. So now, since I'm done, I know it's 9 o'clock. I know the game just started. If you have any questions, please submit them now. Let me see what you're talking. I'll do this for like another 15, 20 minutes, and then we will go there. Let me give a salute. Fred the Jammer with the hammer. What up, Del? What's good? What is good? What is good? What is up, Fred? Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Dave says, hey, Dale, number 1, is there a storage limit with DOS? Number 2, can you connect multiple DOS to your PC or router or whatever? Answer number 1, some of them, it just depends which one you have. Now, this one that I have right here accepts 2 16 terabytes. I think my NAS goes up, let me look. I think my NAS, is it 14 or is it 12? I can't remember this one, this model. I think this one might be 12. All right, this one might be 12 if I'm not mistaken. Let me just see right quick. So to answer your question, yes, some of them have some limitations. So this one, I think the newest one, this one right here, 2 16 terabytes. I think this one does 14, 2 14s. So yes, to answer your second question, can you hook up different DOSes to routers? So if you got 2 of them, the answer is absolutely yes. Your router has a USB, you can connect it. And if your PC has, all you need is the USB. And the thing about it, you can rename it depending on how you set this device up. Depending on, like, when you plug it into your PC, you can go in there and set it up and give it a name. It's up to you. But absolutely, you can do that. So to answer your question, yes, there are storage limits with DOS. And DOS stand for direct attached storage. NAS stand for network attached storage. A NAS connect to your router or your network switch that I showed you earlier. A DOS is USB only. So can you connect a DOS to a NAS? Yes. If your NAS has a USB, it can connect. It's a USB formatted, and I can show you that right now. Let me take it loose from here. It is right here. So yes, so it's USB right here. All right, so you can plug it into your computer, you can plug it into your Zadoo, you can plug it into your television. But if you plug it, you can turn that DOS into a NOS once you plug it into your router. Man, that kind of rhymed, didn't it? So absolutely yes. Stretch say, yo, can you do a show on IM player setup? I don't know if I can do a full setup because I can show you exactly what to do, Stretch. I don't think I can show you a full setup on YouTube, but I can give you the basics and everything. I can give you the basics. One of the basics, if you do have IPTV, get in touch with your provider. Tell them, of course, you need your username, password, right? Some of them go by MAC, but majority of them giving you username, password, and you need a URL. All right, get you a URL. That's going to make a difference. But now if you're going to go into business, if this is going to be your business, then definitely what you would do, you would send the you'll send the application to all your whoever you have, and all you need from them is the MAC. So tell your people, whoever they get their source from, whether it's from you or for another source, tell them, all right, you're gonna need your username, password, and you're gonna need the URL. But what you're gonna do if they go through you, hey man, I need that MAC. You know, that way when you go into the dashboard of IM Player, that's all you have to do is put the MAC in there and give it a name. You might give, so I'm gonna just give you say I get service from you. All right. Say you give me, say I'm just going through you, Stretch. You give me my username, password, right? Say you already had this one application. That's all I have to do is put in username, password. If I give it, if I sign up to get your IM player, I'm going to need the URL of that site, right? Because I got to put that in there, all right? Unless you have, all right, I'll get to another way. And then I'm going to have to give you my MAC. So when you go into the dashboard on your computer and you setting it up, you got my MAC, you know, that little 8-digit, it'd be like 08 colon 12 colon D3 colon, all of that. You need those little 8-digit MACs. But now with IM Player, you can also mod it. And when I ain't gonna say you can hard code it, not mod it, you can hard code it. That way you can just give it to your people and all they have to do is just sign into it. So there's a couple ways you can do it. But when I tell you it is easy, it is easy. It's very, very easy. Meta say, yo, when a NAS does a backup, does it shrink the file like a zip file? In my instance, no. If I put a file in there, can I shrink it myself? Absolutely. But not automatically, unless you got something set up where you sending documents over there and it shrink. You know, that'll be up to you. But no, if I put a 60 gig, if I put a 60 gig file over there, it's not gonna shrink. It's gonna be 60 gigs, as long as I got enough storage to handle that 60 gigs. So it's gonna be there. So some people, it just depends how some people set theirs up. Some people set it up, man, because it's all type of programs on them NAS. There are a lot of programs on them NAS that I'm quite sure when people send documents over there, yeah, they zip them. They can automatically zip them, or they can have some type of shrink feature. You know, it's all type of things people do with them NAS devices. Or you can just straight up shrink it yourself and then put it over there. It's all type of ways you can do it. How you download I Am Player? You can go to the Google Play Store. Go to the Google Play Store. You can go to Aptoid. You can go to I Am Player. I think, what is it? I Am Player. You go to iamplayer.tv. I Am Player. So I for important, M for Mary, player, like a basketball player, a football player, PLAYER.tv. It's very nice, though. I love it. I love it. No problem. Let me see. Rod say, yo, just wanted to say hi. Now that I have nothing but time now since I just got a full knee replacement surgery. Thanks for the knowledge you give. Hey, Rod, prayers for speedy recovery. Yeah, I had one of my aunties got her knee replaced. And yeah, man, shoot, I think she was down for about, if I'm not mistaken, I think she was in rehab and like that following week. It was, yeah, they was on her, but shoot, she out here doing her thing now. So definitely, speedy recovery, Rob. You can do it. You can do it. Even when you don't want to, you'll be able to do it. Get that step. That way you can go back dancing. You know, you can get your jiggy on, dancing and everything. You can do the Tootsie Roll. You know how to do the Tootsie Roll, Rod. But prayer, hey, man, speedy recovery, man. Speedy recovery. But make sure, hey, Rod, when you do the Tootsie Roll, man, you got to record it, man. And send it to me, man. Send it to me. I can't wait. Can't wait. What up, though, Biggs? What's good? This guy says sit TV in front of bathroom mirror for multi-view. Don't judge. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Sit a couple of them over there. That's the real multi-view. Hey, look, and leave the door open too. Leave the door open. You say you bought a couple of Zeus Chrome boxes. You know what? I was thinking about that stretch. I think I was looking at some. I think they was just a little pricey for me though. I think the cheapest one I saw was like the high twos or maybe the threes. Hopefully, what was your bill? What was the bill on one of them? Add an Android TV to them, and it works great. Paid 20. Man, you only paid $20, dude. The ones I was looking at, man, they wanted 200 and something dollars. That's what's up. That is what's up, man. I'm proud of you. You say, Dale, do you know that downloader isn't in the Play Store anymore on Android TV or Google Play or Google TV? Now, I don't use downloader. I never, ever, ever, ever use downloader. Never, ever. Ever since what happened to what was that? What site went down? Was it FileLink? Something like that. One of them sites. I don't trust them. I don't do it. What I do, Antoine, I put everything on my flash drive or an external hard. There's a reason why I buy drives. All right. There's a reason why. Because, or I, I mean, man, I got so many flash drives and stuff around here, man. It's getting out of hand up over in this joint. It is getting out of hand. But yeah, I don't even use downloader. I get the apps that I want and I send them either to my PC using Send Anywhere, and then I just keep them in a folder, and then I put them on a flash drive, a couple external hard drives and stuff like that. So yeah, downloader, I never even used downloader. I couldn't even tell you how to. I was at one time though, Antoine, thinking about setting one up just for y'all, just in case some people wanted some things. But I was like, I'd rather for y'all to be in control of your own. Because if downloader go down, a lot of cats going to be out here crying. And if you listen to me, you won't, even if downloader go down, it's still they can't stop what you're doing. So yeah, that's crazy though if they took it out. You say, yo, you was sent to Nas, and once you set it up, not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Say $20 Celeron processor. That's what's up. Yeah, file link. Yup, file link. Once file link, man, it was people going crazy. You should have saw how many emails I was getting. Hey, Dale. Oh, Micro Center. Micro Center is a mother, boy. Shout out to my dog Ben. My dog Ben. We be out there chopping it up. Shout out to him. Any more questions, guys? Any more questions? If not, I'm gonna go and put this bad boy back on the charger. Even though we don't use it, it is what it is. I just really wanted to touch bases with y'all. That way, even though we have options, I can only go by what I use. Not to say that there's a better option or worse. It just comes down to personal preference and what you like. I just wanted to share a few things with you and then go from there. Let me see. Oh, Brandon say, yo, let's do something next Friday. Send that email. Yeah, I will have to check my email, Brandon. Definitely, definitely, definitely. So, with that being said, I don't see any questions or anything. Salute to y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to go up here, watch me a little bit of basketball. I don't know what's going on with my Lakers. Dog, LeBron, I don't know what's going on. LeBron tired or something, missing threes. Open threes at that. He about 0 for 5 yesterday. Kind of cost us the game, too. I'm going to have to call LeBron, man. That's my dog. Like, Bron, they can't stop you going to the hole, dog. Go to the hole. All right? Other than that, guys, I hope y'all got some information out of here. If not, email me. We can go from there. Let me check, make sure y'all ain't sent nothing. Some of y'all be sending something. I ain't hear no notifications, so I don't know. All right. I ain't hear nothing, so I don't know. TR Dub, thank you, but I know what that's for. I know what that's for, but it's in there. Yep. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Definitely, man, I don't know what happened in the fourth quarter, man. That cat just came out of nowhere. Yeah, he definitely need to do a little bit more, but no telling. Hey guys, don't forget, big fight tomorrow. Lomachenko and Devin Haney. Don't forget, it's coming on tomorrow, and it might be some UFC. I'm not for sure. Also, condolences. As some of y'all heard, Jim Brown passed away. Uh, some think, say that he's the greatest running back of all time. I'm going to say Barry Sanders, but you go to some of the older generation, they're going to say Jim Brown, man. So we lost a few pioneers so far this year, like Bill Russell and Jim Brown, guys who fought, the system per se, right? Y'all know what it is, to allow me to be able to walk to the store. Who took a lot of negativeness from a lot of people, but but great sports guys, two guys and everything. We lost them, so you know, prayers to his family. I know somebody gonna probably say, "Man, you ain't even know Jim Brown." I ain't got to know him to say condolences to him and his family, but we do got footage of him, doing a lot of damage to a lot of linemen, a lot of safeties. Some of them didn't even want to tackle him. Linebackers too. And a DB ain't want no smack with him. So, um, so again, we starting to lose a lot of our like our grandparents, our fathers and mothers, they're heroes, who got them through. You know, we starting to lose them. You know, they all getting up there in age and things like that. So big salute to y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is Super Dell. I'm out this joint. I will talk to y'all in a little bit. Peace, guys. I'm out.